Hi everyone, I am Jansi. Welcome to my channel. So today's video is of class 7th and our subject is social science. So everyone that there are so many branches in social science, especially in that branches. So we read only about three branches in our school life, that is geography, history, social and political life. In this video, first we'll learn about the first branch of social science, that is geography. So geo means earth, graphy means writing. So we'll learn everything which relates about the earth. So first of all, we'll see the textbook of class 7th, that is our environment. So this textbook is for class 7th of CBSE pattern. The first questions of this are, it consists of 9 lessons. The first is environment, inside our earth, our changing earth, air, water, natural vegetation and wildlife, human environment settlement, transport and communication, human environment interactions, the tropical and subtropical region, and finally the life in the deserts. So totally we are having 9 chapters in our textbook of geography of class 7th. So first of all, we'll look over the first chapter, environment, in this video. So what is environment? So the place, people, things, and nature that surround any living organism. So for suppose any living, maybe a plant or animal or a human. So the surrounding of him, just like a place, people, things, and nature, together we call it as environment. So where does this word has been derived? So actually this word environment has been derived from the French word environner or environner. So this means neighborhood. So neighbors is generally the persons who live around us or beside our house. So here it includes all the things around us, the people, place, and also living things around us to be termed as environment. So this is a French word. We have got a letter environment. So here environment is our basic life support system. So basic means it is a starting. So which is a very essential for living things. What are essential for our living? We need air to breathe and food to eat and water to drink and finally the land to live. So all these will be provided by the environment. So it provides the air we breathe, the water we drink, the food we eat and the land where we live. So even these can be termed as domains of a environment with the different names that we'll read in the present video. So this environment is a combination of both natural and human made. So here the environment which is the basic of our life, which is a combination of both the natural and human made. So here you can see the components of environment. When it comes to the nature, it consists of 4 domains, that is air. So atmos means vapor. So this area consists of all the gases which are needed for the living things. And the domain of water is termed as hydrosphere. And the land, that is litho means hard. So the hard layer on which we live is lithosphere. And all these three places combine for our living things, that is biosphere. These four, they exist naturally on the earth, and those are the one of the components of environment. Next is human. So when we take human, individual he was and he will be with a family And these families together, they'll be in a community and they follow a religion, they have an educational and economic and political situation. So all these are related to the components of human. And finally, human made. So we said what plays and what things surrounds us. So there were so many human made things. For suppose the buildings, parks, bridges, roads, monuments, and industries are the human made environment which are surrounding any living things. So this natural environment still consists of biotic and abiotic factors. Biotic means the world of living organisms. Here the name bio itself it says that it is about living. Abio means it is opposite to that in the sense non-living. So the examples of biotic environment is plants and animals and abiotic is land. So the natural environment consists of both biotic and abiotic. And not only this, we have so many non-living things or domains of environment. As we have discussed previously, there are four domains. Those are water vapor containing layer, that is atmosphere, that is air containing atmosphere, hydrosphere, lithosphere, and biosphere. So that I think you have learned in your sixth class. In depth, we'll learn here in the seventh class. Lithosphere is a solid crust or the hard top layer of the earth, which is made up of rocks and minerals. And it is covered by a thin layer of soil. This lithosphere, it will be irregular, which consists of mountains, plateaus, plains, and even the valleys. So these landforms you can see even in the continents and also in the ocean floors. So this lithosphere provides us with forests, grasslands for grazing, land for agriculture, and also for human settlements. It is also a very important source of mineral wealth. So you can say the lithosphere gives us the forest products and grazing lands for the animals and for growing the crops and also for building the settlements. And also we will be having a minerals from this lithosphere. Then is the domain of water. It is called as hydrosphere. So everyone knows that it is very essential for all living organisms. So all the various sources of water and different types of water body comprises hydrosphere. For example, rivers, lakes, seas, oceans, etc. And everyone knows that the use of this is very essential for all living organisms. And next is atmosphere. So what is about the atmosphere? So it is a thin layer of air that surrounds the earth. So how it was the top of the earth continuously means because the gravitational force it holds the atmosphere around the earth. So what is the use of atmosphere? It protects us from the harmful rays and the scorching sunlight. So it consists of number of gases, dust and water vapor. If there are any changes in the atmosphere, in turn we experience the changes even in the weather and climate. So finally about biosphere. So bio, as we said, living things. It may include both the plant, animal, and even the human beings. So what does it mean? That is, the definition of biosphere is a narrow zone of the earth where land, water, air, and interact with each other to support life. That is called as biosphere. So the next is ecosystem. So ecosystem can be generally termed as interaction of all living organisms with one another, with the physical and chemical factors of the environment in which they live. So, generally, whether it is a plant or animal or human, we have interaction, we are interrelated and also interdependent. We help each other for our survival. And a simple term, we say that we have interaction with all the living organisms of the environment in which we live. That is generally termed as ecosystem. And here, with this ecosystem, there will be a transfer of energy and material. So, on the earth, everyone were interdependent and everything is interrelated. And in this slide, you can see the pond ecosystem or the forest ecosystem. So, where the plants they grow with the help of water and it will be eaten by the herbivores, and these herbivores internally eaten by the carnivores and then by the omnivores. So here they are interdependent. Even the plants they depend upon the animals for various things just like manure, pollination and getting of the carbon dioxide, and also they help in the transfer of seeds from one place to another, which help in the reproduction of the plants. So here everything is interdependent. So we have so many ecosystems like this. That could be a forest, grassland, desert, mountain, lake, river, ocean, and even you can see they were interdependent of living organisms in a pond. So just like algae will be eaten by the small insects, insects will be fed by the fishes or the tadpoles or the frogs, and the frogs will be eaten by the snakes, and the tadpoles will be eaten by the smaller fishes, and the smaller fishes will be eaten by the larger ones. So here everything was being interdependent upon one another. So the next is how these dependency will be different from the human environment. So here the human environment it has a much interaction with the surrounding things. If the man affects the environment, in turn he gets affected by it. If he goes on to the pollution, it is he who will be affected later. If he go on waste the water, in turn he suffer from the scarcity. So here how he interacts with the environment, the same it gives him back. If he does the bad things, even the environment will result the bad things to the humans. So how the environment has been changed. So the human needs has been increasing day by day. In this process of satisfying his needs, he in turn started modifying the environment. But this did not happen at the early human, where he was adapting himself to the natural surroundings. He was using all the natural things. He'll be sleeping in the trees or on the caves and eats whatever he finds, whether it was a fruit or an animal, and he was not modifying much. So, how the environment was that he was adopting to it. So, he never does or harms any damages to the environment in which we live. But here the needs of the people has been increased, so he slowly started modifying the environment. So what he has done, he has learned to grow the crops, domesticate the animals, lead a settled life. So in this process, he has constructed the homes, industries, and he have created lot of air and water pollution, and also so many things has been destroyed or even changed to some others which we cannot be reversed. So here you can see this. barter system where a trade in which the goods are exchanged without the use of money. So in this picture you can see the people they were exchanging the goods. At the time they don't have any money. So whatever it was surplus with them, there is more with them, they're exchanging with the wants they want. For suppose if a woman wants a books, what she has here, she has a bananas, she was exchanging the bananas for the books. So here the system where you are exchanging your goods without the use of money. But slowly, when we have introduced the money, we started doing lot of trade and commerce. And in turn, we have increased the agriculture produce where it resulted to the growth of industrial revolution. So, to transport from agricultural land to the industries, we need a very large kinds of transport. So that may be a bullock cart, but now it was everything by the very huge machinery. And there was a tremendous change in the communication. And information revolution was made much with the communication, which made very easier and speedy across the world. So with this only we can chat with our friends, we can send the messages, videos, voices, photos, everything. So we have reduced the distance and we have brought a information revolution, and that is why we call as global world. So here we can see lot of changes. So here the industrial revolution made us a production of large scale production, and also the transport has become more faster. Even we can see the faster and faster vehicles has been introduced. So this type of changes in the environment is not good to every living organism on the earth. So there should be a perfect balance between the nature and the environment in which he lives. So even we have to learn the adaptation according to the environment. For suppose when we feel hot outside, we intake the cool things. For suppose if it is a summer, we take the cools, especially the watermelon or the juices, the ice creams or the buttermilk. But during the winter season, which is very cool out, we want a much warmer inside, so we eat so many hot things, even the roasted peanuts. So we are making a perfect balance. So if you do this only, then we can live in a harmonious way. So that is why on every year of 5th June, we celebrate Environment Day. So we have to recognize and we have to protect the environment and thankful to this environment. So in remembrance or in regards to the environment, we celebrate World Environment Day on June 5th of every year. So here we'll conclude the lesson. I hope you have understood the lesson, and please subscribe the channel for more videos and share it and like it to the people who needs it. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.